So let's welcome our facilitator here. I think she's already here. So just think about this once. How many of you believe in this, that age is just a number? How many of you believe in this?
Me, certainly.
Okay. Okay, I also believe in it. Vikas is also raising his hand.
I'm 49. So if anyone has a doubt, then I certainly believe in it.
Okay, okay. But you look quite young, Roshni, I must say that.
Really? Thank you, thank you, thank
Yes.
you. Made my day.
Okay. So that's what I believe, that we can be what we aspire to be. And we can start our own journey wherever we want to go, right? Age is just a number. Experience comes thereafter with the right exposure. And we all are here for the same, right? Let me introduce you to our facilitator for the day. She is an internationally certified trainer and life coach, corporate trainer and master facilitator at ILA, currently leading the learning experience and design team. Please welcome our facilitator, Twinkle Singh.
Hey, everyone. Oh my God, I'm already getting kisses from Roshni. So how is everyone? How is everyone doing? How are you?
Nice to see you here.
Thank you, thank you. Same to you, same to you. I feel the same, Roshni, looking at you. And there are so many others that I can see on the screen right now. And so guys, like I'll also repeat the same what, our just moderator told. What are we here for? How many of you know what are we here for? What do you think? What are we here for? Nobody?
Not really sure.
Sure? That's good. That's one of the agendas that we don't know what are we here for. We don't know why we came in this world, but we are there, right?
Yes.
How many of us agree with that? We don't know. The purpose of life, comes as and when life takes the new turns and leaps, right? We never know what tomorrow brings in for us. So with that, I would really like if I can see a lot of faces on the screen. I can see shiny faces like Prasanti. I can see Roshni. I can see Chavyat. Yes. I can see Vikas. I can see Anupama. Anupama reminds me of my mother's favorite serial, Anupama. Right, Anupama? Is it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And I would just wait, I know we all have obligations. We have jobs. We are somewhat traveling. Somebody is just out of the office, or somebody, has just come on the screen, just like Roshni, getting a lot of messages from ILA. I got to see what they are having today. Hi, Swati. So good to see you. So good to see you. So good to see you. And I would love if I can see more and more faces like Rupali, Madhu, Divya. I can see more and more faces. Sakshi. It would give us so much of pleasure. Oh my God, yes. Joshita, I can see you, and what a view, background. Just love it.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Hello. We're so good to see. It's always good to see smiling faces on the screen, right? Okay, meanwhile, I'll just give others also time, they can come on screen, they can set. Okay. So how many of you want to be trainers? If not coming on screen, you can raise your virtual hands. How many of you want to be trainers? Okay. How many of you are already trainers? Already trainers. Oh, wow, amazing, amazing. And how many of you want to be coaches? Coaches. How many coaches on the screen? Oh, wow. And how many of you want to be both? How many of you want to be both? Let the wisdom come from both the side. Be the trainer, be the coach, be both, right? So that I can see you on the screen. Very happy to see people coming on screen. It's always so rejuvenating. Dinesh, thank you for coming on screen. We'll have more and more learning if I can see your faces. Gives me so much of pleasure that way. Okay. let's get started. I can see a lot of trainers and coaches on the screen. I can see aspirations on the screen, you know. I can see that in Swati's smile, I can feel that, you know, that she wants to be world's #1 trainer or a coach someday, right? The list is on. I can see, you know, the energy in Joshita. She's out somewhere, but still on camera. That's what we trainers do. We're always prepared. Call us anytime. I can see Siddhi there on the screen. So good to see. Anuradha ji, I can see Anuradha on the screen. It's good, good, good. Amazing. Okay. Guys, this is one hand, right? And this is knowledge, okay? This is knowledge. Or sometimes this is just the skill or the tool that we have, okay? I want to see everyone's hand, okay, like this. I want to see this. Good. Let's try clapping with this. Let's try clapping. Is it making sound? Can you hear that clap? No, right? Okay. This hand, we have all the techniques and tools. Let's clap it like this. But this hand has no knowledge, okay? Knowledge is this side. And this hand has all the tools and techniques. Is it making any sense to clap like this? Can you hear your own claps? No? Okay. Knowledge, tools, and techniques coming together. Let's try clapping. Does it make sound? Do you feel that? You feel that you're clapping, right? You're clapping, right? So sometimes, you know, we have the knowledge in place. Sometimes we have the skills and the tools in place, right? Midway is the journey, midway is the track, which is required by everyone to clap. Clap, when do we clap actually? We clap when we are successful. We clap when we are happy. We clap when we, you know, accomplish something. And that's where, you know, the journey of a trainer or a coach or both starts. To appreciate, Preeti, lovely. Yes, we clap to appreciate. Sometimes we pat on our backs when we do well, right? We all do that. So who's going to tell me what are the 3 core competencies of being a trainer? What are the 3 core competencies of being a trainer? What should a trainer have in place? Anybody? Like, I can see a lot of hands up, but I don't know whether they want to answer or it's just up.
Confidence, good communication skills.
Good communication skills.
A
And
listening ear.
yeah, Sudha, I can hear you.
A listening ear.
Okay. Communication, confidence, bring objective, Preeti says. Amazing, being okay. Anybody else? What do you think, Prasanthi?
I think it's the personal touch.
Okay, it's the personal touch. Being a trainer. Dinesh is in some...
Knowing the audience.
No,
It is even knowing the audience.
it's knowing the audience. Somebody says empathy.
Knowledge and listening.
Okay. So we've got so many answers. Vikas, what do you think? What are the core competencies of being a trainer? If they like, let's hear it from Vikas. Think a good story.
Well, firstly, the knowledge, the ability to communicate, and you have to be genuine in what you do.
True. So let's hear it out from some trainers and some coaches, you know, who have had the journey of, you know, walking the path. Let's have a small fireside chat with them and hear it out from them. What did it took them to become the trainers and coaches? What were the core competencies they developed as trainers and coaches? And to answer this, I've got 2 guest speakers today on the screen. Can I hear it from Siddhi Prada? Siddhi, can we hear it from you? Are you there? Okay. Yes, Coach Sid.
Hi.
Hello, Coach Sid. Hello, how are you?
Hi. I'm well. How are you?
I am great. A lot of listeners want to, hear it out from you.
Hear what from me precisely?
Yes. So we just wanted to have a small discussion on, what did it take you to walk the path as a trainer and a coach while you journeyed the entire certification, or, you took that one step higher in your career or in your profession?
I think the core which actually allows you to step into the field where you're training or coaching somebody, you're working with people, you're passing on whatever you know in a packaged form, if I can call it that, is the core intent to convey your knowledge, because you feel that knowledge is not something that must be restrained within oneself. Knowledge is meant to be passed along, is meant to be propagated, is meant to be fostered, and with the touch of somebody else, it's supposed to grow and flourish further. So I think that is the core belief which will help you tread this particular path. So I personally believe that I felt that I have enough to start. Maybe I'll gather some more on the way, but there is a certain quantum which I possess, which I feel a lot of others do not. And if I can pass that along to those, it'll enable them to come up to speed. A lot of people may be extremely talented, may be extremely capable in terms of their own personal potential, but the ability to make that last mile jump from potential to reality, that is something which knowledge and training and mentoring and coaching, these are the aspects which actually chip away all the dirt that is encasing them and allow them to come out and shine like a diamond. So I think that is the way I hope to enable people. So that is the intent, that was the belief I have, I still do, and that's what brought me here. I thought that if I have to do this, I have to do this right. So therefore a certification is necessary, the proper discursive dialogue is necessary. Somebody who knows more than I do should come and tell me what to do. I should have an informed conversation with them, and they can probably guide me on my way forward. So that is what brought me to your doorstep. And that's the story where it started, really. And then it's been a beautiful learning journey. So that's what it is all about.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Coach Sid. And just for everyone, Coach Sid is one of our successful alumni who have walked the journey with us. And it is always amazing to listen from somebody who has genuinely walked the way that, many of you have come on the screen with the aspirations to do, right? Many of you have questions in your mind that what is it all about? What are they going to brief me in this masterclass? What am I going to do as a trainer and a coach further? Now, there are so many questions that we want to get answered, right? We all need those answers. And that's why we are all here. And as rightly said, Coach Sid said, if you want to shine bright, you need to polish yourself, right? And polishing is a journey. We need to polish ourselves. Even the diamonds don't shine without polishing. So you need to polish yourself. Okay, thank you, Coach Sid. Thank you so much. Your words were so much valuable to us. And I definitely think that, the learners or the seekers today would, it has created a kind of a spike inside, if you've got to shine, you need to work on that. If you need to learn something new, you need to learn from people who know things better than you, who are at least one or two stages above than you, right? So that you know better, you learn better, and that's the way you are going to give out to the world. Because as trainers and coaches, this is what our chief mentor has been telling us, has been imbibing in us, that as trainers, we need to learn to give, as trainers and coaches, we need to give out as much as we can, right? And that's the way we learn things. Okay, guys, let me take you through the agenda. But before we move forward, anybody who's having any questions in mind, regarding to the session, or anything specific they have in their mind that, they are looking forward to. We just have 2 quick minutes and then we walk the agenda. Anybody? No?
Twinkle, just a question. Like I said, I had little time in my hand, and because I was getting the mails and messages, so I just logged in to see what else is being delivered. And also another point that I would get to meet you and Kaushik, but then yes, I believe Kaushik is unwell. So other than the classes, when you call this as a master training, what makes it different?
Yeah.
How do you define it when you say this is master class? So apart from what otherwise train the trainer certification and corporate trainer certifications and etc. 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 So what is so different in this which was not covered in that?
Oh, okay. So the certifications or the programs that we actually offer towards, they're the succession or they are the proceedings of the master classes. At masterclass, we have different people coming from different zones and different agendas in their mind. Some of us are at the indecisive stage, to take up this as a career. It's just like what's in store for you at ILA, what can you do more? What can you learn more? And what are the courses available? And we give this 1.5 hours of, dedicated timeline to answer queries of the aspiring trainers and coaches before they move, make their first move in this career line. So it can be ILA, it can be, as Kaushik says always, it can be ILA, PLA, MLA, wherever people want to go, right? But the only thing which is required is they have to make a trusted choice. And that's where we have pitched this masterclass in, where we give the nitty-gritties and ideas of how the entire, curriculum is going to come forward. What's in store do you have? What all can you, see that, even if you have done a certain certification and maybe you're getting the messages and you're here, then you get to know, okay, there are, level ups after the certification that I had. There are different zones and swim lanes for a trainer and a coach. And, there are certain jargons in the training and the coaching world. What are they actually about? So it's just a brief scenario, everything that we try to cover here. That's the entire crux. We want to take people through the journey so that, they make the right choice.
Okay, मग तर काही नाही problem. चांगलं होतं मग.
Yeah, I hope, yeah, that's fine. That's cool. Roshni, if, and we would love that you stay back. So yes, we are extremely sorry, guys. We don't have Kaushik today. It's just due to the, his keeping unwell, but we'll try to cover all the aspects and we'll try to answer as many questions as we can so that this masterclass proves to be worth time spending. Giving your 1.5 hours to a session is really important. And we look forward to that, right? Okay, so can I now take you through the agenda for today? Are you in with me? Let's see what's the agenda in store for us today. Can you see my screen? Is it visible to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Lovely. So just put it on the slideshow and yeah. Okay, so the screen says to us the ultimate training and coaching masterclass, right? So for all those who are in here, with certain aspirations in mind, let's see what is the agenda and if it matches for what we have, came here and we're giving out our time. So the agendas are like, we'll give you some insights over the training and coaching industry. What is it in the store? Some learning bites that we'll have together. We'll have a lot of audience connects, the opportunities for a trainer and coach to accelerate. If you are the aspiring trainer or the coach, and if you feel that you have that nag inside you, then yes, this masterclass is for you. We will walk you through the rainbow model, which is the patent IP of the Indian Leadership Academy, designed by Mr. Kaushik Mahapatra himself. We'll also take you through a brief of the coaching and training curriculum and what the program says. It's the International Trainer and Coach Certification, which is coming next, it's starting very soon. And we'll have a short Q&A, right? So I hope we are, ready to just take it up further, and let's see what more can we discuss. So you can see something on your screen, right? There is a difference. Versus. It says training versus coaching versus mentoring. How many of you know, is it different, guys? Is coaching different to training? Is training different to mentoring? Shakshi says, yes, definitely. How is it different? How is it different? Anybody who's going to tell me, how is it different? How do we say that coaching, training, and mentoring is different? Anybody who can?
Mentoring
Hi.
is the
Yeah, Anuradha?
Yeah, so I would say training is where we are trying to tune in something, some knowledge, imparting knowledge to a set of people.
Right.
Coaching would perhaps be hand holding of somebody. Okay. Sorry, coaching would be that you would be trying to train a person, at the same time you would be teaching that person. Whereas mentoring is hand holding.
Okay.
Hand holding a person who is maybe from the beginning of his or her career till they have put their, they have got a hold onto the ground, or maybe a student who is going to get into a career. So I think that would be the difference.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anuradha. Thank you so much. Vishal, if you could say this on the mic, I can read it. Anyways, are you comfortable, or shall I read it to everyone that you've just pinged in the chat box?
No, I'll just say it once.
Yeah, please.
For me, actually, coaching, you can say, is much a narrowed perspective. It could be on a particular subject or a particular topic, like a particular coaching for a particular how to deal with this or something like that. And training is more sort of a training, is kind of a skill-based something which we are trying to implement or teach the skill to someone, whether the communication skills, networking skills, or something like that. And training is in the 90% cases, it's a more sort of a commercial form, which that skill is definitely is going to be monetized, and it is going to help the other person in directly or indirectly way to get monetized. Whereas mentoring is guiding towards the path, and also making sure that the person gets the result out of that training, that coaching, and that all the guidance. So mentoring is more sort of a, you can say, a comprehensive kind of guidance and the coaching segment, whereas coaching and trainings are considered on a particular and on, you can say, on each topics, on individual topics. So mentoring is more sort of a holistic thing.
Okay.
As per me.
No, that's amazing. You took the time, you took the moment to answer, and that's incredible. The answer was very nice. Anybody else, or anybody who wants to say that I don't know? Can you tell me what is the difference between that? Anybody?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Krishna.
Okay. Training is a soft skill training, skill development. Training is skill, how to make up a skill in that way. Then coaching is some topic.
Okay.
Then mentoring is special care of each person.
Okay, no worries. I like Rahul's answer. Rahul says, I don't know. Many of us don't know until and unless we are exposed to those scenarios, right? And I am literally glad that many of you say that it is different. At least you know it is different, right? It's different. Training is different, coaching is different, and mentoring is different. How many of you think that you can be coaches and mentors both? You can be trainers and coaches both. You can be a combination of all three. Very nice, Vikash. Very nice, Prasanthi. Yes, Sakshi also wants to be like that. Vishal, Joshita, many of us wants to be like that, right? So when it comes to training, coaching, and mentoring, Meeta says you can be a combination of all three, right? You can be a combination of all three. But when training is considered, training is a cyclic process, right? You train somebody onto something, you have concepts in place, and you try to shape the learnings in that manner. Coaching is more of leading the person towards the answer. You don't give the answers. You ask them thought-provoking questions. You build that rapport, you build that trust along with that person. You become the trusted advisors to that person. And slowly and steadily, you guide them to the right answer, right? And mentoring, on the other hand, is helping people or hand-holding people through the life experiences that you've already walked, right? And these are all three aspects, and you get so many people around the globe who will have...
What is, hello, ma'am?
Yes?
What is mentoring?
Yeah. So mentoring is all about sharing people with the life experiences that you have already had. You give them answers, you suggest them the ways, you mentor them, right? You say what's right and what's wrong to them. You are the path guiders to them. Wherein in coaching, you lead them to the answers. You don't give them the answers. They're not ready-made. And that's why in the very beginning, somebody said, they're more of customized and they're more of one-on-one sessions, because it takes a lot of time to build that rapport with that coachee. You build those relations. Prasanthi, I can see your hand.
I just had a question.
Yes.
How different is coaching and counseling?
How different is coaching and counseling? Yeah. So, counseling can be subset of the coaching, because in counseling also we, take them through a lot of tests. They are either written tests or, we take the psychometric tests. We lead them to different answers and different aspects. We try to counsel them, right? And we take them through the journey. So counseling can be a subset of the coaching part. It actually is the same line.
It's like interlinked, right?
Yes.
It's a part of coaching.
Interlinked, yes. And sometimes in counseling, you also need to mentor people. They said that, counselors are also mentors, because they lead, they give them the answers. Yes, Sujan wants to know, where is Mr. Kaushik Mahapatra? Yeah, we all are missing Kaushik sir, but Kaushik sir is not available today. He is down with fever, and that's why he's not here. But whatever you see on the screen is all designed, all written, all led by Kaushik sir. It's just a means to facilitate it in front of you. We'll try to take up the questions with you. And in case you still have any special questions that you want to have, we can set up a trainer call with Kaushik sir post this session. So that can be done. We'll do that, right? So meanwhile, I also have another guest speaker with us, who is Ms. Meeta Desai, who is a very good corporate trainer, a public speaker, and she has walked the path of training with us. So I would like to hear it from Meeta. Meeta, how was your journey, enrolling into a program while you had a very set, established career, right? How did you prioritize time to take out, do this training and uplift yourself? Was it a worth journey that you took? There are a lot of questions in people's mind while they, think of investing their time and energy.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Twinkle. It's nice to see you again. I would say I have 16 years of experience as a trainer, mentor, and coach. I did my training with ILA with corporate training. When I did it, I felt I knew everything because I have 16 years of experience. But when I started my journey with ILA, that's when I realized I was polishing my skill sets. I was good. I became better today. So today, when I see it myself, I'm a garnished cake. ILA put a cherry on me. And that has put in extra value to my clients. I delivered, today I deliver better. ILA has helped me to unlearn few things so I could learn better. And to be very honest, I start work early in the morning, finish late night. But for me to move ahead in my career, because if we see every corner has a soft skill trainer, a coach, a mentor. So how do we stand apart? We all are there with 24 hours. We just have to take out that 1 hour from those 24 hours. Probably sleep less, eat fast, travel while you learn, something you have to do. I managed my time. I compromised with a lot of other aspects, but today I feel I'm sitting on a throne. I was a queen without a crown, but with my ILA certifications, I'm wearing my crown today. So I'm a complete queen with powers and my crown. So it's not only over here, Twinkle, but wherever I go and anybody tells me that I want to get into training or something like, where I can mentor or coach people, I have started referring ILA. The reason is because it has upskilled my skill set. I was confident. 16 years of experience is not a small amount, but the confidence has grown. It has doubled. The way everything has is going into place, I would rather say. And also, where you ask this question, what is the difference between a trainer, a mentor, and a coach? I also was not clear about that until I joined. I thought, okay, I'm doing everything. But when I had to explain that, it was very difficult. And Twinkle, you were my mentor at that time. So the way you put things across in my plate actually made me identify the difference between a trainer, mentor, and coach. Because till then, for me, it was gehu ka aata, right? Wheat flour. You can make puri, you can make paratha, and you can make roti. You can be a trainer, you can be a mentor, you can be a coach. How you serve your client matters as a trainer, as a mentor, or as a coach. So all of us, all 50 of us sitting here, we all are wheat flours. Right. All we have to do is identify whether we want to be a puri, we want to be a roti, or we want to be a paratha. And that is what I learned from you, from ILA and from you, Twinkle.
Amazing to hear such stories and, see those, like Meeta has already been a transformative person. We already know, and we all can find her on LinkedIn as well. Yeah. But, while a person who has walked the path comes on the screen and shares his or her journey, the hassles and the differences that the person has seen and faced, it gives more of a confidence to the others listening, right? Who are just on the verge of, taking that one decision, whether to go for a training and coaching program or whether to start their career as a trainer and a coach. Sometimes we start our career and then we think of certifying and adding the feathers to us. It's all our choice, guys. It's nothing that we have to take the move right away. But it's important that we know that, yes, it is required at some point of life, because while I say this, while I speak this, while I'm confident enough and, to sit in front of 50 people and deliver a talk, is gained out of the exposures that, we all went through during the journeys we all had. So definitely you all will be, at some point of time, I'm going to see these names. I can see Vishal's name or Swati's name shining, top bright on LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram. And I would be getting a notification saying Prasanthi is doing her live coaching or training program and so platform, right? And that is what we all are waiting for. Thank you so much, Meeta, for your insights. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So guys, coming back to the training, coaching, and mentoring, yes, while you pursue the certification or you pursue the program, you get to know what is the difference And then you get to understand what is your niche. What do you have to take up, right? Somebody said you can be a combination of all, right? And some of us are not a combination of all. We choose to stick to one line. We choose to, dwell in one line. We feel like we are good at training. Fine, we're good at training. We can go ahead with training. Some of us will feel that, I'm more of a coach, Twinkle. I'll dwell more in coaching. So sky is the limit to you all, guys. How many of you feel you have talent? How many of you feel you have talent? Anybody who feels, oh, others don't feel they have talent? How many of us feel that, oh my God, Anupama says, yeah, I have talent. Amazing. A lot of us have talent. And how many of us feel that, oh, Sakshi says, hell yes, I know I'm talented. Preeti said, I believe I'm talented. And I'm not only saying Twinkle, I'm believing I am talented. How many of you think you have potential? A lot of potential. Lot of potential. How many of you feel that you have skills? You have the right skills. Twinkle is again going to confuse like training, coaching, mentoring. Now she is saying talent, skill, potential. Now where is all this fitting, right? When did you realize that you were talented? Anybody who wants to answer that? I have, everybody has it. Amazing. I love this crowd. Ashish, can we just mute? Yeah, no worries. So when did you realize you were talented? When I started seeing results, Sakshi.
So I was offered a training position from a different department. I told them that, this job is sort of not fitting into my skills. I think I'll have to look for another job. They said, no, we have identified you have great communication and people skills. We are going to move you into the training department. Please hold on for a bit. So when it was identified by another person and people who are experienced, it sort of felt like a validation.
Validation. So true. Can we virtually clap for Preeti? She said that she is talented. She came to know that when it was validated, right? When it is validated. In dreams, I am the Queen Victoria. But when it is validated, then is the moment when I will feel like that, right? I have potential. I only come to know that I have potential when I do something, when I put that strength, when I put that energy into something, even if I have to lift a bag, if I put my strength and lift the bag, that is the moment I say that, I am strong, I have that potential. I don't need anybody to lift my bags. I can carry all my bags and I can walk like we all are walking, right? There are so many invisible bags around us. We all carry it every day. I only know that I am skilled when somebody comes and validate, right? Hey, you are amazing at negotiating. That's the skill you possess. Somebody coming to, Dinesh and saying, Dinesh, you are amazing at audience connect. That's your skill, Dinesh. Somebody walking it to Rupali and saying, Rupali, I really appreciate the way, you brief or break down things and make it easy to understand. That is the moment I know, okay, I have that skill, right? I have that skill. So our chief mentor says, I know he's not here, but I won't let you go without all his learnings today. I'll try to pour as much as I can. So it's always said, talent, skill, and potential is of no use. Sounds vague, right? What is she saying? Right now, she was saying all talent, skill, potential. Where is that all gone now? Talent, skill, and potential is of no use. Can somebody complete this sentence for me? It's not complete. Can somebody complete it for me?
Until you materialize it to your own exposure.
Oh, amazing, amazing.
Until it is not used.
Until it is unused. So talent, skill, and potential is of no use until you use, until you act, until it is utilized. So how many of you are in to utilize your talent, skill, and potential? Vikas is always up. I want to have Vikas in my next training. Vikas, please. Vikas is up. Swati is always up. I can see 3 faces continuously. You know, right? Lata says, I'm ready to do it. I am, right? All of us are. So let's take a quick, short journey of being a talented trainer, a skilled coach, and a potential mentor, or vice versa, whatever you want to be, right? So we just saw that there's a difference between training, coaching, and mentoring, right? Whoever fits in this, there's a distinction, and we discussed it. Now let's have a quick look. What do you want to become? We all discussed, you all gave the answers, and kudos to you all. First question that I really asked when I stepped onto this floor or the podium, I asked, how many of you want to be trainers? How many of you want to be coaches? And how many of you want to be both? Now have the look at both the distinctions and then raise your hands. How many of you want to be trainers? How many of you want to be trainers? Only trainers. Looking at the screen, how many of you want to be only trainers? Only trainers. No? I can see Vikas not raising hand. Preeti not. Oh, Preeti, I appreciate. Yeah, I really appreciate. You're in the bus, you're traveling. Really appreciate it. Gives a lot of pleasure to us. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. How many of you want to be coaches? Coaches. Only coaches. Only coaches. Anupama, you wanted to be a coach or you were calling me?
Yeah, I want to be a coach.
Oh, I want to be a coach. And now let me see how many hands up in the air. How many of you think that you can be both? Looking at the screen, looking at the distinctions. Okay, if I ease this, if you get to journey the sequence, if you get to learn about the things between a trainer and a coach, how many of you then think that if I have all the tools and techniques and knowledge in place, I can be both? How many of you think that? Right? Amazing. The world needs us, guys. The world needs us. Now, there are certain, there are certain surveys. How many of you know how many trainers are there in the world? So let's cut down to world. Can you tell me how many trainers do we have, trainers and coaches do we have across India? What can be a rough count of that? A rough count. Any idea? And in that rough count, you have to add yourself also. Because if you're sitting in the ultimate trainers and coaches masterclass, we are already on the journey. Okay, we don't have something written, a certified accreditation. But if I can coach, I can train, I can call myself a trainer and a coach, right? So any idea, a rough idea? How many?
3,000. 3,000.
3,000? Okay. Let's have a quick guess.
3,000.
Might be in lakhs.
Lakhs.
Yeah, somebody said might be in lakhs, but what can be the count?
3 lakhs or
3
so,
to 5 lakhs.
5 lakhs.
3 to 5 lakhs. Okay. Anybody else?
I don't think there is a count.
Okay.
Because most of them, everyone is a trainer, a coach in their own ways, in their own part of life. They might be a trainer to their children or their students or even to their parents or anyone. Anyone can be a trainer or a coach in any walk of life.
Yeah, that's the we can say that's the humanitarian part of being a trainer, right? That we all are. Joshita, you're true. But if we talk about the people who are certified as trainers and coaches, how many do you think are there in the world, in India? In India, what can be the count?
Ranges between 3 to 5 lakhs.
Pooja, you're almost there, We also don't have the exact correct figures, but it is almost 8 lakh trainers and coaches. 8 lakhs.
That's a
And
good
what is the
amount.
population of the country? What is the population of the country?
1.4 billion.
1.4 or 1.6? We are already on the top ranked populated countries of the world, right? So do you think, looking at this number gap, there is a need for more and more trainers and coaches? Do you think? Do you think?
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah.
Do you think the market is big enough for the trainers and coaches?
Yeah.
It is. It is. Certainly it is. You know, as Joshita said, that at many times, many junctures of life, we need trainers and coaches and mentors to take us through, right? And as training and coaching is more of a part of giving, but when it has to be clubbed with, you know, the gains and bits of monetary aspects, we also see ourselves, you know, earning and learning as trainers and coaches, right? We have an agenda with that. Some of it may be a 60-40 ratio that, you know, serving for wisdom. But at the same time, there are people, there are trainers and coaches who have a zeal of coming to this field because they see potential in this field. So just to brief you on, this field has a lot of potential because the number is still counting. The need is still counting. So the job market is really expansive. It's really there. So, you know, even if you have a little of the knack to become a trainer and a coach, you can definitely go for it. You know, skill yourself, upskill yourself, learn, unlearn, relearn the processes, and you will be able to shine brighter. That brings me next to the line in our agenda. I hope it's visible. So there are certain, you know, concepts that are taken care while you learn about training and coaching, right? There is a model of audience connect, which we had, you know, in the agenda. It's like ABC model. It's teaching the ABC model, wherein the ABC model says A for aggressive, B for business minded, and C for casual, right? So that's something, the attitude of, you know, a trainer while training. You know, how do you build audience connect? What kind of audiences will you see while you are training? So these are the three broad lines of audiences. There will be aggressive audiences, you know, who are sometimes attention seekers, sometimes wants to know, you know, that they want the answer to what they are questioning. Aggressive is not only the negative aggressive, they want to know more and more, you know, they have a knack of knowing what is it. So they are called aggressive audiences. And as a trainer and a coach, you will come across many of those kinds. The next says the business-minded. The business-minded audience. The business-minded audience is nothing but people who believe in finding the ROI in enrolling any of the trainings. You know, suppose Prasanthi is the trainer and tomorrow Prasanthi is doing an online webinar or an online session, there will be one genre of the audience who will be looking forward to what is it in for them. You know, what can they take away from that? What is the return on investment that they are making on this training? You know, they're business-minded. Business-minded, that doesn't mean only the money-minded. What is it? You know, what are the key learning aspects of this? You know, is it going to help me? As you are today, you have an agenda in mind, right? Are these 1.5 hours going to help me? Is it going to help me take a decision, take a call, right? C stands for casual. Sometimes audience do not have any motive other than having fun, you know, being there. The learning can come side by side to them. They want to enjoy. They want to be a part of the session. They want to enjoy it, right? So if I ask you, who are you in all three? Who's going to tell me? Who are you? Who are you in this? Are you an aggressive audience? How many of you are aggressive audience? Oh, Vikas says I'm an aggressive audience. Okay. How many of you are? Okay, Swati also says I'm an aggressive audience.
No, I said business minded. B, option B.
Okay, the second one. Okay. Okay. How many of you are business minded as an audience right now? Because right now the trainer is in front, right? You are not training. So you can be business minded. How many of you are business minded? I want to, really know what's in it. What is the ROI of this entire program that ILA is going to put forward, right? And how many of you are casual? How many of you are casual? Okay, I just saw a notification and I don't know. I am here. I'm here. I'll be here. I'll see people chit-chatting and that's it. I think nobody, right? Because time is very judicious to us. Everybody wants to spend their time. Hi, Sujan, we can see you. So moving forward, these are certain small facilitation tricks and tips, which, will be broadly catered when you take up the entire session or the entire course. This is just the glimpse. We can just say that trailer hai ye, picture abhi baki hai, right? So you will get to know the picture later in the later courses. So giving you just some ideas, audience connect, which is very, very important as a trainer and a coach. It is very important. But now who's going to listen to me? So this is something, the vision of ILA, So we've been there in the system for the last 6.5 years. Mr. Kaushik Mahapatra has been the chief mentor, the program designer, and the mentor to, I would say, lack of people now, And I know you all have that aspirations to be once coached by such a person who comes under India's top 10 corporate trainers. And, so this is our vision, our vision of 20,000 trainers and coaches by 2024. We want them, going out abroad like this. Let's have more and more connections, more and more people. So how many of you think that you'll be a part of these pictures in the coming 1 year? You just have 1 year. We are in 23 already. Okay, Vikas I'm already having. So Vikas is going to be in my next batch for sure. So as I already told you about Mr. Kaushik Mahapatra, the brainchild is all his. And, today is not there on the video mode with us, but you can see his picture is there. And just as his picture is there. So I would now like to take you through a very, very important model, which you join any institute, you don't join any institute, but this model is going to help you, pave your way forward as a person, as a trainer, and as a coach. So it's a 7-step process to accelerate your journey as a trainer and a coach, which is going to be, our key highlight for this today's session to give you a learning. It's called the rainbow model, which is designed by Kaushik, which says RAINBOW. And everything stands for something. R is the reason, the purpose of being a trainer or a coach. What is it? What's your ikigai says? Why do we want to do that? What is your intent? The reason, the why factor. And I would really appreciate if you can, draw this on a sheet of paper in front of you. And that will be the key takeaway for you for today's, after today's session. You can sit down in peace and write down for yourself that where in the rainbow model do I stand? What's required for me to go further? The first one says reason. You have to list down the reason. Why do you want to be a trainer? Why do you want to be a coach? What is the purpose? Is the purpose wisdom? Is the purpose money? Is the purpose continuous learning? What is it? Next in store is the assessment. We have to do our own assessment, to understand where are we standing? to understand what is our current need. It's like finding the strength in the training and coaching. In training and coaching, where is my strength? Where does my strength lie? Identity. I stands for identity. We all are special in a way, right? We all are unique. And to be great trainers and coaches, there are two things that you have to always maintain. One is your uniqueness, and number two is your originality, right? You have to be unique in the way you facilitate, and you have to be original in the ways, you state forward things. What does, keeps a differentiation between you and the rest? You have to write down that. What will be my niche? Say, suppose I say that going forward, I have to utilize and I have to identify myself, and maybe I am Deepak, and Deepak has to write down his niche, has to list down his speciality. He would say, I'm good at communications, so I think I can be a communication trainer. Meanwhile, if it is asked to Jitendra, say for example, Jitendra says, I am good at managing relationships and I can coach people how to manage better relationships. So you have to identify your specialty, your niche. And don't worry, guys, it doesn't need to be in place as of now. The journey can make it, stronger. N means to nurture. And N is the place where you enroll yourself, you upgrade yourself through a certification. Yes, today you are sitting in a session of ILA. Tomorrow you would be attending something else. And as a client, as a buyer, as a learner, it's your right to choose the best. But nurturing is the key aspect to become the best in your journeys, in your genres. So you have to nurture yourself. If I had to be a best swimmer, what would I do? Would I just directly jump into water and I can be a swimmer? No. I need to learn. I need to learn the ways of swimming. I need to be aware what does it take to go deep. I need to be aware how will I save myself, right? So I need all the bits and pieces and the process in place. And that's where nurturing is important. You have to nurture your skills. You have to nurture your tools. So you have to upgrade yourself. You have to certify yourself. Self-declared trainers and coaches are abundant, but people will only choose them who have actually, who have the right skills in their places, right? Who can actually solve problems for them. As trainers and coaches, our major agenda is to solve problems for others. Now, how do I brand myself is more important. I've nurtured my skills. I've identified my niche. I've assessed what do I need. I know the reason of training and coaching. I also have to build my digital presence. We all know that we are digitally now in the digital era, and all thanks to Corona, that it has now dropped us to a place that we know that we can, communicate. I don't know, I am sitting in some place of the country and you are sitting somewhere else, but still we are connecting. And that's where you need to be digitally branded yourself well. ILA through a person named Kaushik Mahapatra because of his digital presence that is built over the net, right? And it has taken him years to evolve as a trainer and a coach, right? So branding is very important. Opportunities. We are all looking out for opportunities, right? Suppose I have everything in place and, I don't get a chance to prove it. I don't get on-the-job assignments. I don't get assignments to do it. I have nothing to do. Where will that learning go? It will go into vain, right? Nothing to do with that. So while you journey with ILA, this is one thing that ILA promises is a 1-month internship post your international trainer or coach certification or a life coaching combined with NLP, whatever is the program that you take. There is a 1-month internship where you get all on-the-job trainings, hands-on experiences, where you actually learn things, where you actually do assignments, and where you actually prosper. So that's one promise that ILA does, that it does not only teach you, it equips you as well, right? So equipped as well. And W stands for life learning, right? Says wisdom. And do you think wisdom ever stops? Wisdom is a continuous journey. And when it comes to training, coaching, mentoring, or anything, you have to learn, unlearn, and relearn. And that's how you feed forward. So I would say this today, be it ILA, PLA, MLA, CLA, Twinkle, Dimple, anybody on the screen, this is your key takeaway as a trainer or a coach. You have to see what is your rainbow. How does your rainbow look like? What's the current status of your rainbow? So if I take you through the training course curriculum, before that, I would like to have a Q&A, a short Q&A. If you want to have any questions, if you have any questions in your mind, you want to get them answered, we can just take it up quickly related to the rainbow model if you have. Or else we'll just walk the training curriculum. What is it there in the entire training curriculum that is coming forward? Batch starts from the 22nd of April. So let's see if we are able to accommodate our journeys onto this or not. Does it suit us? So it starts with the purpose of why training, I
have a question.
Yes, please.
Twinkle, you told about this course which starts from April 22nd, right?
Yes.
So is it on a day-to-day basis or it's only on the weekend?
Okay. So April 26th, you start with the international trainer and coach. Okay, the batch starts. So the batch is divided in like weekly basis. It's like a week goes for Saturday, Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? The classes are scheduled like that. Saturday, Sunday is a full day training coaching session. And Wednesday, Thursday is a 2-hour training coaching session in the evening. So it will be a 3 weeks program or a 6-week program, depending on the enrollment in the program that you do. For that, our customer success management team can get along with you and take you through the entire thing. And we can also have those questions towards the end of the session, if that suits.
Thank you.
Thank you. So what all will you have in the training and coaching course? So you can get an overview here. You get to know all the next generation facilitation skills. There are certain words, certain jargons written like Pachakcha, World Cafe. What is all this? How is these useful to a trainer and a coach? Voice and accent and image. Learning about virtual facilitation. And online courses, branding, selling, digital marketing, a built-up toolkit for all the trainers and the coaches, identifying the niche for trainers and coaches. So this entirely would be the entire curriculum or the training curriculum that you will go through while you take the journey. And if you talk about coaching, so in coaching also, there are certain aspects which are similar like training. You identify your niche as a coach. You go through the coaching core competencies. How would you build yourself as a coach? What are the models of coaching? How do you discover your brilliance as a coach? How is executive coaching different to life coaching? How do we apply mindfulness in coaching? Mindfulness is a part of the neuro-linguistic program. How do we indulge in that? Worldwide, there are people who look for mindful trainers and mindful coaches, right? Who are more into the, even if you talk about leadership, there are aspects of mindful leader. How do you become a mindful leader? So that's one aspect of coaching. So there's something on the screen which says why to choose Indian Leadership Academy. Why do we say that? What is the USP of the Indian Leadership Academy? That is there. So there are 3-4 key concurrent USPs that I can, without even looking at the screen, I can say that to you is you get an access to the learning platform of ILA, right? We have an LMS in place where you have all the curriculums or different aspects that are uploaded for a learning to happen. You can be a master trainer and a coach when you come to ILA. You will get all the international certifications. You gain industry experiences through the internship that we already spoke about. You get a launch pad at ILA, right? Even if you are new to this entire journey, it doesn't matter, guys. Even if you are going to start fresh, even if you are going to take the first leap or the second innings of your career as a trainer and a coach, it's okay. You have all the, things in place. So if you take up the ITC certification, these are the certificates that will be provided to you. These are the list of the certificates. Like you'll be a certified life and executive coach. You'll be a certified international trainer and coach. You can be a corporate trainer and coach. We will have a master trainer certification, right? So all these certificates that can be used together, it can be used as and when the opportunity knocks to you. Say, suppose tomorrow you have a corporate training, you have to write a corporate proposal to somebody. You can just say, certified corporate trainer and a coach, right? And you have all the things in place. So you're certified to get 5 certifications from ILA. So our new batch is starting on 22nd April. The classes that we already discussed were like Wednesdays. Like in weekdays, we have Wednesday and Thursday, which starts on 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And on the weekends, it is 9:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. So this is something that, as we all know, Ramadan is going to end soon and we are going to celebrate Eid. And this is one certain offer at Eid, the Eid offer. People who are attending today's session, if you want to enroll in for the certification today, you can just take a screenshot of this page and you can, contact the customer success team, because this offer says that if you enroll now, if you have this enrollment criteria, you get 20,000 off on your enrollment fee. Whatever is the fee, you will get 20,000 off on it. So I would just say that you can just take a small screenshot of it, keep it. When you talk to the customer success team, you can just show it to them, right? So now let's have an open session. I would really look forward to all your questions now. Your questions related to the coming batch, your questions related to training and coaching. So the forum is all yours. So yeah, I can see. Josh, please go ahead.
So after the April 22nd, when is the next batch starting?
So as we already discussed, the batches are in 3 weeks and 3 weeks processes. So we have the customer success team manager, the lead with us, Mr. Wasim Manhas. So Wasim, I would like you to answer this query for Joshita, please.
Hello, everybody. A very good evening to all. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes. So Joshita, next batch, which one you are talking about, training or coaching? It's an integrated program.
So it is both, or is it a separate?
No, it's a 6 weeks of a program. So you want to become a both trainer and coach, right?
Yes.
Yes. So the next batch will be starting from 13th of May.
And for the April 22nd, when do we enroll? Like, will somebody approach me so that I can discuss everything?
Yes, you can put your number in the chat box. I'll give it to my team and you will get a call as soon as possible within 24 hours.
Thank you, Wasim. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions related to the batch dates or, the enrollments? Wasim is there on the screen. We can all, ask him many questions about that.
Yes, actually, I've already enrolled for the 22nd, but the fact with my job, I do travel a lot. So maybe I'll be missing the live classes. And I was told by Mrs. Twinkle Jane, I think, that maybe I get the Zoom recordings, right?
Yeah, Vikas,
The Zoom recordings, the recordings will be available.
Yes.
Okay, because I'll be missing the first class itself, actually. I'll be traveling abroad.
Yeah, so in that scenario, Vikas, you will be getting recordings. And if you have any doubt, you can connect with the customer care team and we will connect you with the master trainer if any doubts are there. Thank you.
So, thank you so much, Wasim. Thank you so much. So, as we all have already spoken about this, the new batch starts on 22nd, which starts with the ITC training and, for the life skill and NLPM, it starts with the NLPM, right? If I'm not wrong, Wasim. Yeah. So, and for the people who are going to enroll in for the, this 22nd batch, and you also have the Eid offer in place, today's MC Eid offer. So you can just show the screenshot to the people and you can say that I was a part of today's MC and I want to be, a part of ILA going further. So no worries if you, miss the first class or a few classes. We understand professional obligations are there along with the learning journey that you invest yourself into. We would definitely provide you with the recordings of the session that goes out. And anyways, post any program that we do, any session that we do, we believe in providing the handouts to the participants. And even if you attend the classes, you get the recordings in the team, wherever you are a part of, right? You get the templates, you get the tools. So we won't leave your hand and we won't leave your hand even after your course is completed. Once an ILA is always an ILA. So next we can have Meeta. Yes, Meeta.
Twinkle, I'd like to tell everyone that right now we have 37 participants. That shows that somewhat you are interested in making a career as a trainer, mentor, or coach. Probably Wasim and Twinkle will speak good about ILA because they work with ILA. I don't, right? I was just one of you when I joined ILA for my certification. And trust me, if you recommend a doctor, you would only recommend a doctor because the doctor cured your disease. I would recommend ILA because it has polished my 16 years of experience. So I would say, do not think or get confused. You are at the right platform. And for me saying that, it means it, because imagine a 16-year-old experienced person recommending ILA. That means there must be something. And I'll also tell you, I used to use CorelDRAW for all my work. Twinkle was my mentor and she showed me a shortcut, Canva, where today my 4 hours work gets done in just 3 minutes. So these are the small things you will learn from here and you will be able to be the best trainer, mentor, or coach in your community. And I would say, take my word for this because I have experienced it. So don't think about anything and take the screenshot. It will be very beneficial. I'm always grateful to you, Twinkle and ILA, because I was very skeptical when I had to do this program.
Yes.
But once I did it, the internship has helped me a lot. So thank you.
Thank you. And Meeta, we look forward to having you in more and more courses again also.
Definitely. Because it keeps on upskilling my skill sets.
Yes.
Right? Thank you.
So guys, there are a lot of combinations at ILA that you can pursue as a trainer and a coach. You can take up further top-up sessions also, top-up coach courses also, which is available at the place, As of now, if you want to go ahead with the training and coaching and you still have more questions in your mind, I really don't mind answering them, sitting down with you, taking you through this journey. So I would appreciate if somebody else also has any question, they can pop it up. Even the smallest doubt can be cleared while we are all sitting face to face, right? So
Yeah,
anything?
Twinkle Prashanti here. Yeah, I just had one question on like if I have made a career switch, like say, just as Meeta has explained earlier, I do also have 16 years of work experience, but I'm into varied fields. I was into financial services and then I went into the creative side. Now, when I want to switch over and get into this training, coaching, and mentoring, so what are the career opportunities, as in for me, because I'm fresh to this, right? So, how long would this journey be? What is its scope, and across how many countries? Or could, if you could explain about that a bit, it would be
Why
great.
not? Why not? So, just to start with the part that you said that, you are taking a career transition, right? It's a kind of a big move in its own. And you have all the rights to ask those questions and get them answered. So if you talk about the opportunities in place, Prasanti, as a trainer, you have the sky as the limit. If you, upskill yourself in the direction that is required, right? So even when you go through a journey of being a trainer, you have so many different niche in that. As and when the opportunity comes, you can be a corporate trainer, you can facilitate as a master trainer, you can be the trainer, you are, if you want to be a coach, you can dwell into coaching, your training and coaching both, if you want to take it together. So that ways, I would say, the opportunity is endless. The opportunity is both in the service sector and the product sector. If I go very, concretely, distinguishing them. So people out there, companies and big chunks, the Fortune 500 companies, they're investing a lot into their human resource. If we talk about the corporate front, okay? So every company wants their employees to upskill, their employees to get trained. And there are n number of topics, n number of, templates when it comes to training and coaching. You can make the most of it with your unique style, right? One day you can train on leadership, the next day you would be training on situational leadership, right? So there is no limit in this job market, number one. And with this program that is of 3 weeks or 6 weeks that we give you, we won't say that we are going to make you the world-class trainers in 3 and 6 weeks, right? Even if you go for a swimming journey, you want to learn swimming, they cannot make you national swimmers. Nobody can make us. We have to, keep doing our bits. You have to keep practicing, keep building, right? So if you talk about the job markets, it's there in the corporate, it's there in the service sector, it's there in the ed techs. If you talk about training and coaching, it's there in the, universities, not only ed techs, in the universities and, the learning platforms. It is there in the hospitality sector where you can pitch in. You can also pitch in for the, the noble, career paths like a doctor, like a lawyer. There are trainings being conducted for them also, right? So that ways, there's no limit, right? Now, if you ask me that, Twinkle, how long will it take me to, actually create an impact as a trainer and a coach? I would say that all depends on you presently, right? So this 3 weeks or the 6 week journey that you will have, you will learn a lot of things. You will learn a lot of facilitation. You will learn a lot of, how do I pitch the client? How do I make a module? And everything you learn, right? And until and unless you start practicing it, you won't, better yourself. We all fail, and failing is no wrong, right? Until and unless you don't fail, you don't know, right? So it's okay. And as a career, training and coaching has no limit. You can be trainers and coaches. You can be entrepreneurs also in this journey. You can start things of your own. And trust me when I say you can start things of your own in future. Do you think what's the What would be
Yeah,
the
I was actually coming to that point next, the business part of it. So how do we do it
Yeah.
on our own, and from where we can do it? Like sitting at home, I can do it, or what?
anywhere? Do you know
That was my question.
what's the minimal investment in setting up a training or a coaching business? How much do you think that you can, you have to put down in this business and you can do it? How much? Any idea?
No.
No? With a bare minimum of 5,000.
Okay.
With a bare minimum of 5,000, if you want to start, you can start from the place you're sitting, right? Once that all your tools and techniques are in place, you know how to brand yourself well, you know how to build more and more client, relations, you can start it from your place. Yes, there is a shift. People often ask, how is the training and coaching now face-to-face? Because things are now changing. What are the scopes in face-to-face? Yeah, there are a hell lot of scopes in face-to-face now. It's more of moving towards the face-and-face. But yes, if you want to start your journey virtually, you can start it anywhere, right? All you need is to pave yourself, carve yourself into that mold, and keep building upon what you are doing. That's it. That's all you require. Nothing else. Anything else, guys, before we can wind up? And I'm really, really thankful to all of you who stayed back, who chose to stay back even when Kaushik sir was not there. So I would definitely say that, and if at all you feel that, that has created a little bit of value, you think that there has been a little clarity in my mind now, where to go, how to do it, where do I need to take the first step from, the sky is your limit then. You can all do it. So towards the end, I know I have a lot of people with just names in the front, and I have Vikas who was there, from the start towards the end, all on screen. And so at the end, let's just, make the impact. Are you a trainer? Yes or no? Are you a trainer? No, nobody is a trainer. Do you want to be a trainer? Do you want to be a trainer? Yes. Start believing you are already a trainer, right? I am a trainer and I am going to do it, because remember, if I can't do it, nobody else will do it for me, right? So if you have to develop yourself on a professional ground, upskilling is always required, be it any field, be it any forum of life. Let's all focus at upskilling ourselves. And, if at all, ILA's ideology, ILA's ways of teaching and mentoring, that aligns to your career goals, then we would just put the customer success team manager's number in the chat box. You can coordinate with them. You can take the further step. You can also visit the ILA website, the ILA LinkedIn page, and, do a lot of research even before choosing ILA. So that's more required. Be satisfied. And yes, wish you Eid in advance. Take the most of the Eid offer. If you are enrolling anyways, let's take the Eid offer. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for being there. It was a pleasure. It was pleasure, having all of you on screen. Thank you, and hope to see you guys very, very soon in one of the batches at ILA or at any platform where we all meet together. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys. Good night.
Good night, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Meeta. Thank you. Bye, Swati. Thank you. Thank you for being there.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.